everything going? From station WDWL TV, located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard, we are live from Studio B, and me, the grumpy old man. We decided to cut the Grumpy Vulture Productions out. Too much. It sounds like he owns the station. So I talked to the top brass today and I said, hey, any other shows? Mine? No. Bad enough by Friday. Yeah. By Friday, I have to put on the stupid costume. Beak, top hat. One introduction. That's it. I might allow him to sit in the studio at times, but it ain't going to be a daily thing. No. Why am I having earphone problems here? Adjustments look all right. These are the brand new ones. I don't understand. Always something. Now, you may notice or may not notice, it's a little brighter in the studio. They were small LEDs. Now we have two big circular ones. Although that one don't. Nope. Looks like it's burning out already. Probably got it at some Goodwill or. Oh yeah. Spare no expense for Grumpy. Yeah, that light don't look too healthy. Although, I've been informed that we're going to do away with the red. Yeah. They finally figured a way of mounting that. Remember that big LED? Yeah, I think it's going to go over here where this red one is right now. Yeah. Like I want to be lit up. I hate this. There we go. I like that. He found them, believe it or not. They sell these in gas stations. Yeah. As soon as you cross the border into Nevada, the first gas station, nowhere near Lake Mead, nowhere near Area 51. Just as soon as you cross over, welcome to Nevada. And he had to get gas, so he pulled in, and on the back wall are all kinds of license plate, all Nevada stuff, So he bought me one of each. He thought I'd like the Lake Mead and the Area 51. They're cool. Although I have to say, when they put the white light in, they'll look better. But they're cool. I asked him, I said, did you happen to go to Area 51? He told me. You can't actually get to Area 51. There was an access road, and he started down the access road, and he got about halfway. And he happened to look up the hill, and there was a black SUV and a guy, and at that point he decided to turn around because he didn't want to disappear for life. Yeah, he said the guy sitting in the passenger seat had the binoculars, I know, binoculars. I like to call them binoculars. Watching him. I said, did you get out and cover up your license plate? He said, no. I wasn't stepping out. I just made a quick U-turn and left. Although there are signs everywhere warning you. Even today. I would think in 2024, all that Area 51 stuff would be all, who cares? Nope. You still can't get near that place. So as he was leaving, there was a little diner down the road. So he decided to stop in. And he says to the waitress, are they still really touchy about Area 51? She says, oh, yeah. She says, they have a fleet of jets that are all white. Nothing on them. No identifying marks. That fly in and out daily. Because there's people that park off premises. Like way off premises. And she said, you see them in the morning, flying in, then in the evening, flying out. And she did say they are still extremely touchy about people trying to get a look. I said, did you ask her if they would make someone disappear? He said, oh yeah. I said, what was her response? Oh yeah. She says, some people have been disappeared. Probably put in jail for trespass. Now, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, I could understand, even the 70s, when they were developing the stealth bombers. What are they developing today that still requires all this secrecy? Although I did read that they are developing a new version of the stealth. What? One you really can't see? Yeah, Area 51, still off limits to this day. Although the government finally admits to its existence. Because back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, I'm not sure in the 70s, maybe, the government denied. Ain't no Area 51, doesn't exist. What are all you people asking about? No. Area 51. And if you ask, like, well, what do you do? Classify. And when I was growing up, they have real aliens out in Area 51. They captured a spaceship. Oh. And being little kids, it was like, oh, wow. Are they going to bring them to school? And we going to have like a performance in the auditorium? No. We don't get to see the aliens. Because we used to have different things. Like I'll never forget Jungle Larry. Jungle Larry. Growing up, we worshiped Jungle Larry and his wife, Safari Jane. They paid us a visit. We all got in the auditorium, and he had all kinds of wild animals. And I'll never forget, he had this little kangaroo. And of course, all the doors were shut. And he said, I'm going to let the kangaroo loose so it can run around and you can see it up close. And the kangaroo was running around. It never came up close, but it was running around. And then Safari Jane went and corralled it back into its cage. About 2 weeks before Jungle Larry came and put on a show, he had an old station wagon. Get this. It wasn't parked in the school parking lot. It was on a street corner. And there was an actual tiger in a cage in the station wagon. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be like keeping an eye on this thing? Yeah, it was parked on the corner of the street. Although, who's going to steal a station wagon with a tiger in a cage in the back seat? Not me. Yeah. Jungle Larry. He had a theme park somewhere in Ohio. I can't remember where. Like a safari park. He was hot shit back in the day. Jungle Larry and his wife, Safari Jane. We never went there. School never took a field trip. When I asked my parents, I said, can we go to see Jungle Larry? No. Okay. Never got a reason, just got no. There used to be a lunchtime show. They showed cartoons. And it was hosted by Captain Penny. Captain Penny. He wore a railroader's jacket and a railroader engineer's hat. But they called him Captain Penny. I would have thought they should have called him like Engineer Penny. And then in the afternoon, after school, we had a show, Barnaby. He was kind of weird. He had pointy ears. Could never figure out them ears. And he had, get this, an invisible parrot. Yeah. Barnaby was a little bit of a ventriloquist. And you would hear the parrot talk. But you could never see it because it was invisible. Boy, were we gullible when we were little kids. Invisible parrot. I think the parrot's name was Cicero. Don't quote me. I'm 72. The memory isn't that good. And he had a buddy, Woodrow the Woodsman. Problem is, the show didn't take place in a woods. And for a woodsman, he never cut anything. No axe, no saw, none of it. But he was a woodsman. But the best one was the morning show. Yeah. Captain Kangaroo. He didn't look like a kangaroo. He looked more like a British judge. A white wig. Big shit back in the day. And he had a sidekick. A farmer sidekick. Mr. Green Jeans. Now, we were told his jeans were green, not blue. They weren't jeans. It was like a jumpsuit. Like bib overalls. But we were told they were green. The problem is our TVs were black and white. Although, when he did guest appearances, you would get a colored photograph. And sure enough, the bib overalls were green. Yeah. Captain Kangaroo and his sidekick, Mr. Green Jeans. Mr. Green Jeans used to show animals. I think that was his job. You're the animal shower. And then, at Christmas time, we had Mr. Jingling. Oh. He looked like a big elf, and he had a big ring of keys. And every night, he would show a different key. And this was the key to a certain toy room. Because he was Santa's keeper of the keys. And you could go visit him. Because we had a department store called Hallie's. And Mr. Jingling was on the 7th floor. Yeah, they really kept him away. And at Christmas time, you could go visit. And if you visited Mr. Jingling, you got a cardboard key. Yeah, cardboard key. I went to see him. Yeah. I almost remember the theme song. I'm not going to try to repeat it because but yeah. Oh, we had some neat department stores back growing up. We had Hallie's, Higbee's, which is the casino now, I think. Haven't heard much about the casino, but the next door was May Company. And down the way was Sterling Linder. I always remember that. Because Sterling Linder used to have like a 7-story Christmas tree. And their big thing was to go downtown and see the big Christmas tree. Oh, the son of it was big. The ornaments were like the size of bowling balls. Yeah. And there was a theater called the Hippodrome. Yeah, the Hippodrome. And one time during Christmas vacation, one day, my mother and a couple of her friends and some of my friends, we would all take the Rapid. Oh, train ride. Oh. And we would take the Rapid downtown. And the Rapid exited in Higbee's. And the big thing with Higbee's was all the fancy decorated windows. And then we would walk up, go see the big tree at Sterling Linder, go into the Hippodrome, get to see a movie. When the movie let out, it was time to go see Mr. Jingling. Now, Higbee's gone. May Company gone. Hallie's gone. Mr. Jingling gone. Not sure about Sterling Linder. I think gone. The Hippodrome, I remember they shortened the name. They called it the Hip. Don't know if it's still going. Yeah, all the neat shit gone. Yeah. When old man Hallie passed away, that's when the family said, sell everything. And they did. Shut the store down, sold it all. Gone. Mr. Jingling got the boot. May Company's out of business, gone. Higbee's gone. All the neat shit. Now there ain't nothing down there. I remember back in the 70s, they built a big building almost as tall as the terminal tower. The BP building. The whole building was BP Corporation. Then they split. Yeah. British Petroleum, BP, back to Britain. See ya. Then they took the BP off the building. I don't know what it's called now. I wouldn't know what to call shit downtown anymore. I haven't been downtown. God, 40 years? Yeah. Easy, 40 years. Probably wouldn't recognize shit. When I worked downtown, it was really cool because we had, I don't know if it's still going, was the old arcade. Oh, it had all kinds of neat shops in it, all kinds of cool stuff. And they had a restaurant. The English Oak Room. Yeah, the English Oak Room. Fancy formal. Oh. Me and a bunch of co-workers went there for lunch one day. Yeah, we were pushing it for that hour. Yeah, we know it's a 7-course meal. Bring them all at once. But it was fancy schmancy. The old arcade, oh, it was neat. Then there was the Euclid arcade. We only went down there a couple of times because that was farther down. But the old arcade, I used to go there just to walk around. Look at all the neat shit. That was the fun time when I worked downtown. Now, like I say, I probably wouldn't recognize shit. A lot of shit changes in 40 years. There was a neat bar. It was right around the corner from the courthouse called Barristers. All the attorneys and judges hung around in that one. Grumpy never went in there. I wasn't hoity-toity enough to go in the Barristers. But it was cool. Had some fun times. That was back in the day when cigarette companies would give away samples. And it was a little tiny pack, had 4 cigarettes in it. And the girls were on Public Square. And there were 2 of them. And at lunchtime, if we knew that they were giving away samples, we would walk in a circle. You get your samples? No. Hit the other girl, get your samples? No. Then after a while, she was like, you people are looking familiar. Just give us the samples. You ain't paying for them. Get back to work. We had like 40 freaking little boxes of 4 cigarettes. You can't do that shit now. Against the law. But yeah, they would pass out little itty bitty packs. 4 cigarettes. I didn't care what they were. For free, I smoked anything. But yeah, we would walk in a circle, hit this girl, then hit this girl, hit this girl, hit this girl. And even after she recognizes it was like, hey, they're free. Come back to work with suit coat with pockets full of cigarettes. And the girls that were with me, they didn't smoke. So they gave me all of theirs. My locker, the top of my locker was full of cigarette packs with 4 cigarettes in. All different varieties, because one day it would be like Salem, another day it would be like Winston, another day it would be like Chesterfield. Yeah, almost every day you could get cigarettes. The inside of my locker looked like a cigarette distribution center. Because, like I say, the 3 girls that went with me, they didn't smoke. So I would tell them, hey, let's go get some cigarettes. Well, what are we going to do with them? We don't smoke. You're going to give them to me. Okay. We'd walk down, walk around, till we got fucking dizzy, and then we go back to work. Boy, you're coming in the door like the boss would be, whoa, what were you doing? We were walking in circles on Public Square. Oh, okay. Free cigarette day? Yeah. Fun times. I miss them fun times. I wish I was back again, that age, working in the title bureau. That was a fun job. Yeah. My first job. Had some pretty looking chicks working there too. Those were back in the days when you could get away with some shit, you know. You could walk up, put your arm on their shoulder, talk to them, maybe give them a hug. Shit, nowadays, you even look at them, you get fired. You were looking at her. Go to HR. I didn't do nothing. You were looking at her. You ain't allowed to look. But I did. Yeah. Go. HR. Yeah. You people nowadays have no idea what it was like before HR. The dragon of every company. The Godzilla. We're HR. You can get away with some shit. Yeah, I remember sitting at my desk and I had a girl sitting on my lap. Boss would walk by. Okay. Now, yeah. You go to HR. Walk in the door at HR. Like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. They gobble you up and spit you out. See, back in the day, before it was HR, it was called the personnel department. And the company would dictate to the personnel department. Then it became HR, and HR dictated to the company. This is the way it's gonna be. Yeah, Godzilla, Tyrannosaurus Rex. You walk in the door. Grumpy could not work in the environment that they have today. No. Grumpy's used to hugging girls, putting his arm around them. Not nowadays. You even put a finger on a girl. Fired, go to HR, you're done. Yeah. If you ever want to know what it was like back in the day, kids, the shit. I remember right in front of my boss kissing a girl. All he told me was, do that in the back, not in front of the customers. It wasn't, go to HR. He just told me, go do that in the back. Yeah, I ain't lying. You get away with some shit back in the day. A lot of touchy-feely. Now, if you even look like you're gonna, okay. All right, enough that. What time is it? Almost time for me to make dinner. Grumpy's having some really good hot dogs. Not them crummy, shitty wiener things, pork and sawdust and that. No, I got good beef, pork, chicken, aardvark. Whatever falls in the grinder, What fell in today, Fred? An aardvark, an ostrich. Okay, grind it up. Put it in the hot dogs. Okay. No. Grumpy buys the good old-fashioned. And with that, I will chat with you guys tomorrow.